Okay, this is the leaves of the grape wine that I use in making the Dolmeh. The leaves should be large enough, at the same time tender. This is a little bit tough. It's not a very good example of it, but yet you can use it. You can just cook it and make your stuffing as I explained how you make it. Some lentils, some rice, some dried herbs, a lot of dried herbs. If you want, instead of salt, you can add a vegetable cube. Some first thing you will do is that you chop some onion, cook it in oil, fry it in oil. Then we can add either mince from any kind of mince that you have, meat or lamb or cow or whatever you have, or you can use corn mince, which is what I use usually. I like the taste of the meat in my food. And then after all, you made all these stuffings and cooked them, of course. When it is, you add lots of water to it. When it's cooking, the water gradually evaporates from that filling. And then you end up with something a little bit watery, but at the same time like paste. So it's not completely dry. So then your leaves, you bring the leaf, 2 teaspoons, depending on the size, of course, 1, 1.5, 2 if it's large enough, or 3 even. Then when you put the filling here, you start to wrap it. 1, 2 folds, then another wrap here, then another. Then you bring the whole thing together. The end bit is this. Then how you put it, okay? You put it in a deep pan. Okay, this is the package that you have made. Deep pan, about 1 centimeter, half an inch of water in it, so it just gradually, and low heat is gradually warming up. This is green leaf at the moment. When you fill it up, put it there, upside down like that, so it will not get opened. You can trim this later with a scissor, if you like. And you add as much as you want. You can put 1 layer, then add another layer of these things all across the pan, deep pan that you have. Then leave it for half an hour on very low fire. For example, if you have a electric cooker on 1, that will do. And if you have gas, on the lowest possible heat level. Then after half an hour, it will be ready. You can eat it with rice. It's better to have prepared. When it is cooking, you can make your rice. The rice is very easy how to make it. Just put the amount of the rice that you want. Right? Remember, rice will inflate, so don't get fooled by adding too much. If you are 2 or 3 persons, just a little bit. About 200 grams is more than enough. And then, as my mom always says, 1 segment of the finger, this height, about 1 inch, water on top of the rice, that will be enough for you, or a little bit more if you want. A few drops of oil. I use olive oil, so that's healthier. And you can add vegetable cube or some salt. That's it. That rice will be ready. On the lowest, I put it first, boil the water, let the water will come to boil, then put it on 1 or 2, so gradually it will just cook. And when the rice, you can test it. When all the water evaporated, you must watch it to see how it is. You can pick a few grains of the rice to taste it if it is soft, and that's it. That's ready. So when the food is ready, you pick. These are also cooked. The color changes from green to olive green. Then you want to pick it. It's very delicate. You cannot pick it right with 1 spoon. So you put 2 spoons, 1 this side, another 1 this side. You lift them 1 by 1. After half an hour or more, if you want. If you feel that it's not yet cooked, I mean, this must be a little bit more tender. If it is tender, that's it. You lift it and you put it in your plate with the rice. And you can eat it with any salad that you want. With a spoon is easier if you want to eat spoon and a fork or spoon and knife. You cut it gradually and piece by piece with the rice. That's a very good organic food. In this way, I'm using actually what's a leaf of the grape one that I have. This is a leaf of the grape variety Phoenix. It's a German. grape is very resistant to downy and white mildew, powdery mildew. So it's good for the British climate. So I use it tonight, and actually we had a meal with that. My wife had it for the first time because you can buy it in Dolmeh. You can buy it in a can. They import it from Middle East or from the Eastern Europe, Greeks and other places. And but the taste of the fresh one is really incomparable. You cannot compare it. Its taste is acidic, almost. It's sour, acidic, lovely. It balances with what you already have as a stuffing filling inside there. It's really nice and good, and hopefully you will enjoy. This is the one I've shown you. You can cut as much as you want. You can, if you see somewhere, if they have any grape wine, you can just ask for permission to get a few wines, grape wine. Sometimes you see in the ethnic shops they sell them. If you have in your lot or garden, or just for the sake of having it, you can plant one. If you plant it now, next year you will have some. Even this year you may have. It's a little late now. It's August 11. But next year you will have definitely some leaves to use it. And you can even, when you cut these leaves, whatever you need, you use it. The rest of it you just wash. Put them like paper. Put them on one on top of the other, as much as you want. You can put it in a plastic bag, freezer bag, and put it in the freezer. Freeze it for whenever you want to use. That's ready. Dolmeh, D-O-L-M-E-H. I cooked it. What I told was my mom's recipe.